little adventures.
Welcome to Creative Play with Ditto Theatre, and today is an exciting day as we'll be going on a journey inside our own imaginations. First, let's get nice and comfy as we will be closing our eyes. Maybe you can lie on your bed. Maybe you can put a blanket and some cushions on the floor. Or maybe you would just like to sit on a chair. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Let's also get 3 different things. Something we can touch, something that we can smell, and something that we can taste that reminds us of being outside. The one you can taste doesn't have to remind you of being outside. It can just be your favourite drink or your favourite snack. For instance, I have a small plant and I can feel the soft leaves. I have some rose petals that smell like a garden, and some biscuits because I love them with a cup of tea. Do you have everything? Keep them close by. You may need them later. But for now, let's get into a comfy position and close our eyes. What can you feel right now? I can feel how my feet are touching the blanket and the rise and fall of my tummy as I breathe. Shall we all try thinking of our tummy as we breathe? Take a deep breath in, hold at the top, and then a big breath out. Let's do that again. Big breath in, and a big breath out. One more time. Big breath in, and a big breath out. Brilliant. Now I think it's time to start our journey. Close your eyes and imagine your front door in your home. What colour is it? Walk up to it and hold the handle. What does it feel like? Is it cold to touch? Now open it. Step outside and take a nice deep breath of fresh air. The sun is shining on your face and it feels nice and warm. What can you smell? Is it freshly cut grass? Is it a neighbour cooking? Is it the smell of sunblock maybe? I can smell a barbecue. Now, I would like you to take one of your items that you can smell that reminds you of being outside and have it close to you. Open your eyes if you need to, and close them again when you have it. Do you have it? Great. Now take a few steps forward and look up at the sky. It is a bright, clear blue day with a few clouds dotted about. As you stare up at the sky, imagine yourself getting lighter every time you breathe out. In fact, your whole body is becoming very light. So light that your heels start to come off the floor a bit. So light that you're now balancing on your toes. Now it's just your big toe. Until... Look down. You're floating off the ground. And you start to get higher and higher until you're above your home. And then higher still that it starts to look smaller and then even higher till you start to soar above your town, moving through the sky. You are flying. What can you see? Can you see your school? Or maybe the park you go to sometimes? Now you're getting even higher till you're amongst the clouds. They billow around you as you pop in and out of them. You scoop some up in your hand. How does it feel? Light and fluffy like bath bubbles, or wispy and smooth like cotton candy? As you fly high through the sky, you can see for miles, and it feels like you could even touch the stars getting closer to the edge of the Earth's atmosphere. You're so high that you look down and realise you're crossing a big ocean. I wonder what the water feels like. You put your arms to your sides and plummet facing downwards towards the water, getting faster and faster and faster until you're level with the vast blue landscape and you're gently soaring just above it. You reach out your hand so it skims the water. It's nice and cool on your fingers. The smell of seawater is strong in the air as you glide over the waves and weave through fishing ships. Look! Dolphins! They're joining in with you and diving over and under the waves. Can you hear them? They're calling to each other and splashing you as they leap and crash into the water. But it feels nice on your face. Your body starts to rise high again, leaving the water. Wave goodbye to the dolphins. Looking down, blue starts to turn into green. And there is a forest just below you. Let's explore. Ready to land? Be careful of the trees. Oh, you're getting closer. And plant your feet on the forest ground. Now you can put down the thing you can smell and pick up the thing that you can feel that reminds you of being outside. What does it feel like? What does it remind you of? Maybe it's some dirt. Or maybe it's some grass. Hold it close to you whilst you walk through the forest. Look around you. There are big, tall trees covering the forest, and the sunlight pokes through them, casting shadows on the ground. And what is the ground like? Is there lots of lush green moss? Or are there lots of twigs layering on top of each other that you can snap and crunch under your feet? And what flowers are around? I can see millions of bluebells amongst the grass. Shall we pick some up to take home later? That's it. Grab a handful. There we go. And give them a pull. Excellent. Maybe you can give them to someone when you get back. Oh, can you hear that? I think there's a bird of prey flying close by. It's squawking loudly. Can you spot it? Yes, there it is. What colour is it? Can you see how big its wings are? I think it's hunting for its lunch. But not to worry, I don't think they like the taste of humans much. There are puddles up ahead you can splash your feet in. Oh, and look, at that big log over there. I bet there's tons of bugs to look at underneath. Let's carefully lift it up. Wow. Which ones can you see? Oh, I can see a beetle, some ants, and a wiggly caterpillar. Have they got different patterns? You can carefully pick one up if you like. It's a bit ticklish, isn't it? Now let's carefully put them back where they came from, so they can be safe in their home. Look ahead. There's a big hill. I wonder what's at the top. Let's climb up it. Oh, careful. It's a bit slippery in places. That's it. Use the rocks. Pull yourself up. Great job, we're almost there. Oh, there's a branch you can step on. Reach your hand up and over the top and shuffle your tummy to pull yourself up. You did it! We're at the top. Wow, look at that view. You can see for miles. Just in the distance is a huge lake. Can you see the ripples in the water? The sun is dancing on top, making the water look like glitter. What else can you see? Is it more of the vast forest? Is it snowy topped mountains? What can you hear on top of this hill? Yes, it's quite windy up here, isn't it? We must be very high up. I can hear running water. I bet there's a waterfall close by. Let's find it. This way, down the hill. Oh, there's quite a lot of brambles in the way. Let's get a stick so we can flatten them a bit. Oh, that looks like a good one. Now give them a good whack. Great job. Oh, just a bit more over there. Brilliant. Now we can get to walk through the path. Let's walk down it. Listen to the twigs breaking under your feet as you walk. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Look at the size of those mushrooms. There's loads growing out of the ground. We can't take these home though. They might be poisonous. But just over there are some blackberries. We could put that in a pie. Let's pick some off the bush to clean when you get home. But remember to always check with your guardian first before eating anything from the forest. Listen. I can hear the waterfall getting louder. Can you see it through the trees? Let's go and have a look. Oh, it's getting really loud now. The sounds of water crashing over rocks. You brush past damp ferns, and coming out the other side of the trees, you can hear the roar of the rushing water. The waterfall's mist is thick in the air, and it gently sprays your face. As the sun beats down, it creates an amazing rainbow hovering above the white water. Can you see all the different colours? How many are there? Oh look, there's a shallow pool ahead. You can paddle in that. Let's take our shoes and socks off and leave them at the side of the water's edge so they don't get wet. Step your left foot in. Oh, it's a bit cold. Then your right. The water is crystal clear under your feet as you walk around. And there's loads of little fish swimming around you. They're feeding on the moss-covered rocks at the bottom. They gather at your feet, and every time you move, they quickly swim away. It's getting cold, and also a bit dark. Maybe it's time to dry off and light a campfire. What do you reckon? Excellent. Let's get a towel and dry off our feet. That's it. And put our shoes back on. First, we'll need some firewood. Can you see any? Ah, yes, good spot. Let's gather a small pile. Great. I think that should be enough. Can you see somewhere we can sit? How about just by this cave? Then we'll be nice and sheltered. With our matches, we can carefully light the fire. Ready? Oh, there. Can you see the glow of the fire? And there's the crackling sound of the embers that whiz over your head. What can you smell? Is it the wood burning? It reminds me of a bonfire. Are you getting hungry? Me too. We have been on an awfully big adventure. Now, you can pick up your final item that you can taste. Your favourite drink or snack. Make sure you sit up and enjoy it by the fire. You can have your eyes open or closed when you do this, whatever feels comfortable. What can you taste? Is it sweet or savoury or a bit sour? What's the texture like? That means, what does it feel like? Is it crunchy, soft, crumbly? Oh, whoops. I'm getting biscuit everywhere. When you are finished, look up at the sky. It's night time, and all the stars have come out. It also means it's time to go home. Remember what we did before? Stand up and look up. And every time you breathe out, you start to feel lighter. And lighter still as your heels leave the ground. Then you're balancing on your toes. Then just your big toe until you're floating off the ground, getting higher and higher. The trees start to look smaller and the fire dwindles as you leave the forest and head back toward the ocean. Can you feel the wind rippling over you? The moon bounces off the ocean and guides you across it. Look, a shooting star! And another. Can you see them whizzing past you? Can you go as fast as the stars? Let's try. Wow, that is fast! Just ahead of you are the lights of your town. Keep heading that way. Now you are directly over it. What can you see? Is it the lights in people's houses? What can you hear? Is it laughter or dogs barking away in the garden? Now you're directly over your home, and you start to feel yourself gently coming to the ground. In 3, 2, 1. Walk over to your door and turn the handle. The smell of your home fills your nose. What can you smell? Now go back to the room that you're in right now. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more time, deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then, when you're ready, start to wriggle your fingers and your toes. Then gently open your eyes. Name one thing you can see. I can see my lamp. Name one thing you can hear. I can hear the wind outside. And one thing you can feel. I can feel the soft material of my t-shirt. I hope you enjoyed our adventure. Remember, you can go on any adventure you like using your imagination, and there are no limits as to where that is.